I did an episode and some videos on Islam and the Quran and Muhammad. And it's so important for me to share this because this is how you love people. Now, I want you to think about this. If I had a message or some news that is life changing for the better and could give you freedom and could ensure your eternal destination and have it be awesome, absolutely awesome, and I hold out on sharing that truth, or I just want to keep it to myself, what would that make me? I would be a sucker then. At what extent would you wish I would have told you? How much should I push it if you were on the path of destruction and that's where you're going to end up? And I just like, nope, I don't want to say anything to you. I don't want to share the truth with you. How mad would you be at me if you ended up in destruction and I didn't share this message with you? Giving people the truth is love. God is love. And hopefully when you find out the truth and find out about Jesus' love, the Spirit of God can remove that veil from your eyes. Okay, so the reason for this is there are a couple of points that Muslims or the Quran cannot answer. They will say that Jesus didn't die on the cross. Like the Jews said that Jesus died. Christians say he died. Any historian, they don't even got to like Jesus. Any secular historian would tell you that Jesus died on a Roman cross. But Muslims don't. You cannot afford to get this wrong. And as a Muslim, you have to examine why. Why is this denied? You can't afford to get this wrong. It's that important. It is absolutely that important. Okay, another thing that the Quran or Muslims cannot answer or has red flags all over it is this. We are in agreement that Jesus came before Muhammad. Jesus came maybe 600 years before Muhammad. I need you to stick with me. Now, in the Quran, it says this. It says, then in the footsteps of the prophets, we sent Jesus, son of Mary, conforming the Torah revealed before him, and we gave him the gospel containing guidance and light and confirming what was revealed in the Torah, a guidance and a lesson to the God-fearing. So let the people of the gospel judge by what Allah has revealed in it, and those who do not judge by what Allah has revealed are truly the rebellious. So I talked to somebody who's Muslim. They're like, the Gospels, when it says the Gospels, it's not really talking about Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. First books in the New Testament, they're Jesus's biographies. I said, okay. He said, it's actually talking about the teachings of Jesus and what he preached. And I'm like, bruh, you not familiar with Jesus preached and what he said? John 14, verse 6. I am the way, the truth, and light. No one comes to the Father except through me. Jesus calls himself I am in multiple cases and says he is God. Jesus accepts worship. Jesus talked about dying and rising several times in these biographies in the New Testament. It's like, okay. Now, this is something else they can't answer. They will say Muhammad was talking about what was written before the Bible got mistranslated. I'm like, okay. So let me get this right. So that angel gave him this revelation and wouldn't have known that there are already thousands and thousands of copies of the original books of the Bible established and that they're already mistranslated. Because remember, Muhammad came 600 years, 500 to 600 years after Jesus, and there are already thousands and thousands of manuscripts. Yet the angel gives him a revelation of some stuff that's already mistranslated. And here's how I answer it. The enemy knew that he couldn't deny things like Jesus existed. And the enemy's MO is what? I'm going to give you two truths and a lie. Or I'm going to mix the truth with some lies and put you in bondage in that way. Here's what the enemy wants to do. He wants to create as many off-ramps as he possibly can. He wants to create side roads and alternative routes, because that way you won't look for truth and you will think all these routes are leading to the same place, but they not. Jesus is the only way. He is the only path. He died for you, and he's the only one that can give us what we don't deserve, which is salvation. And he's the only one that can make sure we don't get what we deserve, which is hell.